Hello and welcome back to Maths Recovery with Rebecca. So today we are going to be looking deeper into algebraic fractions. So far, no LCD. So just like I said there, be patient. But it's very important that we go and watch all the factorizing videos and the two exponent laws, product law and quotient law, because those two laws are very important for us to be able to go further with algebraic fractions, as well as all of our factorizing. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop them up in the top right hand side of this video right now by my logo, just so that you can watch if you're not feeling 100% comfortable with those laws. But if you are, that's great. Let's begin. Okay, so simplification means to break brackets. That's what we've learned all along. Factorizing is building brackets. Now, when it comes to algebraic fractions, it's all flipped. This is the only time that we will be able to factorize when the instruction says simplify. And I'm going to elaborate on that, the only time. Okay, so let's jump right in. Let's go and factorize this denominator and numerator. So the goal is to get a monomial over a monomial. At the moment, what are we looking at? We're looking at a binomial over a monomial. That's what we're looking at the moment. And that's not what we want. We want a mono over a mono so that we can simplify further. Well, if you go back to my factorizing videos, which in the next slide I'll put the whole checklist up for you. This is a binomial, like we stated over here. Now remember, it's common factor, dots, sad soap. But we always start with common factor. So I'm going to take out a 3x. Now what's left over? 2x plus 3. The bottom is a mono, so it's great. So now we've got a mono over a mono. Step 1 done. Next one, cancellation techniques. Now the first thing we've got to look for is simplify our coefficients. Okay, well, we've got a 3 and a 12, so 3 goes in once, 12 goes in 4 times. Then here's where your exponent laws come in. Subtract exponents of same variables. Well, this is a 1 and a 1, so those just cancel. Then our third one, subtract exponents of the same variable bracket. So now those that I don't teach, half of you guys. So when I say a variable bracket, this here is classified as a variable bracket. It is a bracket, as you can see, and it's got a variable in it, and it's got its own constant and its own coefficient. This is classified as a variable bracket. What you can see it as its own unit. Okay, so when I say subtract exponents of same variable bracket, I'm asking you, so I see in the numerator there is a bracket that is a 2x plus 3. Now in the denominator, is there a bracket that says 2x plus 3? If there is none, then you can't cancel. There has to be a 2x plus 3 bracket in the denominator for me to cancel it straight. I'm not seeing any. So that means that we do not have a variable bracket that is exactly the same. So all we have on top is this 2x plus 3, and in the denominator we have this 4. So we're now looking at a binomial over a mono. We cannot go and simplify or factorize this binomial anymore. We can't factorize a mono, it is what it is. So we are done. So when you are done, you will have nothing that can divide further into the coefficients. no common variables in the top or bottom of the fraction, and no common variable bracket. Remember, this was a variable bracket, so if you can't cancel it as a whole, you can't cancel it at all. Okay, so we can't go and take this 4 and this 2, because this 2x plus 3 was its own unit. We are done. Okay, so here's this checklist I was talking about. So you've got your binomials, which is common factor, dots, sad, soap, and your trinomials, common factor, and then the Omar method, where this over here, multiplication and addition, that would be the AC method, depending on what you're working with. Okay, now let's go and simplify this. Factorize numerator and denominator to get monomial over a monomial. So at the moment we're working with a trinomial over a binomial. So how do we factorize a trinomial? Well, first thing, take out common factor, which we don't have any. Then it's Omar. Order is correct. Now we need to do multiplication and addition. So this now is my AC method. But I can go and factorize, and it's going to be a minus 2, a plus 1. Now let's look at this denominator. It's a binomial. Well, can't take out a common factor. I'm seeing dots though, because I've got a square number minus a square number. So a minus 2, a plus 2. So now I've got a mono over a mono. Step 1 done. Step 2, simplify coefficients. Well, we don't have any coefficients in front here, so well, we have a 1 and a 1, but I mean that can't do anything with that. The next thing, we have variable bases, which we don't have. Okay, so if you can hear my dogs, just excuse them, they are singing to their own tune. Then we've got our variable brackets. Now let's look at these variable brackets. We've got a minus 2 and an a minus 2. Those variable brackets are exactly the same. So now they can cancel each other. Now let's look at this a plus 1. Is there an a plus 1 at the bottom? No, there's not. Is there an a plus 2 on top? No, there is not. So then what we are left with is an a plus 1 on top and an a plus 2. Remember, this a plus 1 was a unit and this a plus 2 was a unit, so we cannot go and cancel the a's and a's. Also remember that this, once these brackets are gone, what are we dealing with now? We are dealing with a binomial over a binomial, which means we no longer have this mono over mono. So we are done. Remember, only mono over mono can simplify. So the first thing we're going to do here is factorize to get mono over mono. So just a heads up, that is a 3. It was just corrected. So let's take out, so I've got minus 1, and then taking out a 2 at the bottom. Great. So now I'm seeing I've got sad soap over here. And let's go and factorize it. So remember, it's cube the first, same, cube the last. Now it goes square the first, the signs will be opposite, multiply these two bases together, and then always positive. And what am I seeing there? You see that trinomial that I was at the bottom? It just popped out on top. And there it is. So that means that now I've got my mono over my mono. Coefficients cannot simplify. We don't have any variables bases that are the same, but we do have this variable bracket and this variable bracket. So then I've got 3y minus 1 all over 2. Done. Let's look at this next one. So I've got x minus 3, x plus 3, all over. Now, normally our x with the greatest power is first. So what I'm seeing here is I'm seeing a sign change and a common factor. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take out a negative x. And what that's going to do is it's going to rearrange this whole thing. So I'm going to put the x squared first. So if I take a negative x out, I'm just left with an x. And if I take a negative x out here, I'm left with a minus 3. Well, no coefficients, no variable bases, but I'm seeing this variable bracket and that variable bracket, which leaves me with an x plus 3 over negative x. And remember, this was a unit, so I can't go and cancel the x's. Okay, let's look at this next one. Pause it, give it a try. Okay, trinomial. Now this is one of those special trinomials where you've got the double variable bracket. You would go and use the AC method over here, and then you would get 2x minus 3y and 3x minus will be plus 5y. And then in our denominator, we're going to take out a 2x, and I'm left with a 3x plus 5y. So remember, we're looking at coefficients, which there is none, variables, again, which there's none, but I've got that variable bracket and that variable bracket. So I've got 2x minus 3y over 2x, and you see what they're trying to do? They're trying to catch you out because you guys are going to feel so comfortable just going in. I'm just going to cancel that 2x with that 2x, but remember, you can't because this is a unit. It's a whole variable bracket. So you are done. So let's look at this one. Factorize the top. So I'm seeing grouping. So let's group the first two and group the last two. Remember, keeping that middle sign. So I'm going to take out an x squared here, and I'm left with an x plus 2. Keep that. Taking out a 4, so I'm left with an x plus 2. Oh, that looks beautiful. That's what we want to see. Two same brackets. And then I'm going to factorize this. I'm getting x minus 7, x plus 2. Carry on factorizing that top because it's still not a mono over a mono. So this is going to be x plus 2, x squared minus 4. I'm seeing dots pop out there. But for now, let's just not get too ahead of ourselves. I'm seeing no coefficient, no variable, but I'm seeing variable brackets. And that's just, just for fun. Let's go. I mean, I can see already that it's not going to simplify any more with that denominator. But just for fun, let's go and factorize it. And there we go. Done. Okay, so hopefully you enjoyed this video. Please like, subscribe, and share with your friends. In the next video, we'll be looking at multiplication. Still, remember with multiplying, if you looked at the first video, there's no LCD. And we'll take it from there, very slowly. Remember, maths is not a race, guys. We take it as it comes. Okay, have a great day further.